Welcome back to another class. Everybody knowing that I'm 100% right, but still just trying to ignore that and get me killed so that they can just move on with their lives. So there is a general basis for perceiving new information, and this is referred to as the status quo. And the status quo is just the basic expectation of rules, customs, etiquette, and all the other things that sort of keep things in motion. Now, I discussed this in a video before, forgot what I called it, but what I described in the last video was the basic social, I think it was social etiquette that every event is compared to. Pretty much like the idea of what things should be happening in order for everyone to be safe. That general understanding of social generality, that every event is compared to, which is when events that don't act within that standard. Give me a fucking minute, okay? I just got fucking wild, bro. The controversy. Controversy is compared to this general expectation, and when there is not a logical connection as to how an event could occur that is immediate to that general expectation, then it is dangerous to that general expectation because it causes frustration, confusion, and controversy is controversy because people don't understand how these events can occur when these are the general expectations of everyone in society. Now, these are the basic rules, customs, and etiquettes. Given that there are no special circumstances, and without those understanding of special circumstances, events that we hear about become very, very controversial because they frustrate our idea of how things are supposed to go. Now that's status quo. Status quo is what we expect to be happening on a higher social level in order for things to be cooperative, smooth sailing, and going the right way. So, status quo abuse is the dismissal of special circumstances in order to act out consequences on a status quo convention. Here's an illustration of that. Let's say a group of people participate in the coordinated attempt to create an event. They want something to happen. And despite their constant, persistent, and coordinated effort, the event caused is put into a lens of status quo expectation, which is pretty much, this is what happened, it doesn't matter how it happened, this is what happened, react to that on a status quo convention without knowing any of the special circumstances. The special circumstances being that they were causing the event to happen. I don't have to fucking be mean, but I also don't have to like shit I don't like. Stop fucking doing that, bro. Okay, so an example of status quo abuse. Let's say that it is expected that men should not hit women, right? Do not hit women whatsoever, right? And that is the status quo. And so if we heard that a man hit a woman, we assume, for all controversial intent, that this man is bad. He hit a woman, man bad, right? Now, if the special circumstances are that that woman had a knife or that she was threatening suicide with that knife and was being really aggressive and attacking him, and he just had to in order to calm her down, special circumstances would relieve that man of status quo expectation because special circumstances required special response, circumstantial action. But let's say that this woman goes, no, it doesn't matter. He was abusing me. He was hitting me. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Status quo, status quo, status quo. I don't care. I don't care. Now, we're in court, and I've got to embarrass you in front of all these fucking people. And what do you think? You think you're just going to be able to cry? No, you're not going to be able to cry your way out of this one. No one cares, okay? No one fucking cares, all right? So, here's what happened. No, sorry, I'm not there yet. Give me a second. So, status quo abuse, a real thing that occurs. When people who are aware of special circumstances leading to non-status quo behavior rely on status quo convention to restrict or attack those who had to act within those special circumstances. So, good example, men cannot hit women, woman attacks man. Boom. Status quo abuse. No, he still hit a woman, it doesn't matter. All right, boom. So, despite knowing special circumstances, use status quo convention to disconnect themselves from the situation. And what this is even though everybody understands what's going on and they all know all the information leading up, because how could you not, with that level of curiosity, learn all the information that is for a fact being passed around? People use a status quo disconnection, which is that you don't know that I know that, and based on status quo, I can treat you like this. And so, although they are aware of special circumstances, up close, status quo suggests that they are not, that they are within a state of expectation that is that these people don't know me. These people have no idea who I am. They're just strangers. They're all just coordinated strangers constantly participating in obviously trackable attacks and manipulation and offers and all this stuff. No, status quo is we all don't know each other that well. Status quo is mind your business. Hey, mind your business. Mind your business. Status quo. Status quo disconnection is knowing special circumstances, but using status quo convention to pretend that you don't in order to manipulate and control the situation for yourself. Now, here is where I was supposed to say, here's what happened. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get on politics too here. So, I just want you guys to know, no matter what you say here, I understand what's going on. No matter how you use like your status quo disconnection, like as far as it goes, you need to treat me like a stranger because you don't know me and you don't know that I know you. I don't care. So, I'm a young kid. I'm a fucking genius. I mean, I'm literally fucking making everything. I'm like, you guys are all like, wow, how is he so smart? How does he know all these things? They're over there about to start nuclear war, and I'm all like, hey, don't do nuclear war. And you guys are all like, oh my gosh, wow, how does he know that word? Wow. So, I question Christianity, and I question politics. Now we're going to focus on Christianity. Politics is, I already kind of discussed that in another video. I question Christianity. I say, hey, quick question, guys. So where did God come from? Boom. Christianity rejects me. Christianity rejects me. And their rejection can be separated into three categories. No, you cannot be right. You are not a Christian. Now we can interchange that with no, you cannot be right. You do not believe in God, right? Because when the Christians start treating me badly, I start going, what the fuck? This doesn't make sense. Fuck you guys. Why are you being so fucking mean? There is no God. Fuck you, right? And then another one could be, you all know non-believers are the devil. Wrongdoers. They're doing drugs. They're raping people. They're killing people. That's what the non-believers are doing, right? And so the third category, which is pretty much a combination of these two reactions, which is, oh, no. I have a valid point. You know how it is. You know how it is. If I would have been a fucking lawyer, bro, if I'd have been a fucking lawyer, bro, I'd have got rapists out of jail. That's how good I am, nigga. And y'all know that shit. If I would have been a fucking lawyer, nigga, I'd have got full fucking blooded, like, confessed serial killers out of prison. And y'all know that shit. No, I wouldn't have. I'm too good a person. I wouldn't have done that. But I make valid points. You guys can't argue with it. But you still have the belief that non-believers are wrongdoers. They're the devil. And that I can't be right because I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in God. And so your next reaction is you need to stop talking. All right? Now that leads us to an event. You have a goal, and there's an event that, when placed in the status quo, grants the reaction that is, bad person, do not help them, it don't matter, do not learn special circumstances, just react at status quo level, please, bro, don't ask questions, bro. So, here's how it happened. Now, did I forget how to describe this? No, I didn't. So there's me, right? And I'm trying to give out my information, right? I'm trying to provide. I'm trying to share. I'm trying to contribute. And I contribute my logic. I contribute my effort. I make good grades in school, yada, 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 right? But you guys say, no, you can't be right. You don't believe in God. And so you start going, no, don't let him talk anymore. No, don't let him have that. He's not allowed to. He doesn't believe in God. No, don't let him think anymore. He doesn't believe in God. No, don't give him any time. He doesn't believe in God. And so, what you guys are attacking here in my actions, which is what I'd be providing, you're attacking my actions, my thoughts, and my problem-solving abilities, right? And what you're giving me during this time, you say, you deserve this. Oops, you deserve this. Oh, wow, I guess you guys agree that I don't deserve this. You deserve this for not believing in God, right? And so you give me struggle. You give me conflict. You abuse me. You sexually abuse me. And then whenever I try to say what's happening, you go, cut him off. He doesn't believe in God. Whenever I try to figure out what's going on, no, stop doing that. You don't believe in God. Make my life harder. Constantly push me in hardship. And your whole goal is you're like that fucking dad that tries to drop his suburban son off in the middle of the fucking ghetto. You're like, when are you gonna admit that you need me now? When are you gonna admit that you need God? When are you gonna admit that you need God? And so as I try to take care of myself, as I try to solve problems, you cut me off for not believing in God, and you give me even more problems, right? Eventually I'm molested. Instead of admitting that you molested me, you go, no, even though he's like fucking 5 years old in this situation, he doesn't believe in God. He's the devil. He must want it. He must have wanted that. So, after constantly scrambling my ability to think for myself for not believing in your religion because you don't want my influence to extend further than yours, and after constantly giving me nothing but hardship, error, that occurs after you do me wrong. But you all know, oh, fuck, he's got a point there. If we don't do something now, he'll be able to say that we did that to him and we'll all fucking fall. So we gotta make sure that he does something. So now you're putting me close after you molested me. And then you're scrambling my ability to think for myself because I can't be right for not believing in God, right? I can't say that because that's not what happened. This is what happened. I go, y'all niggas gonna have to fight me. And y'all niggas have to fight me. I stand on business, nigga. I'll fuck you niggas up, bitch ass nigga. This is what happened. I'm saying what happened. You get your event. You get your error. That despite the fact that you've done things similar to me, and I would have only been learning from your example at that point, you put it in the status quo. So much so that you remove my age. You say it does not matter how old I was. And when we discuss my age, you try to get it as old as you can with your status quo gap of information. As old as you can get it, I was 12. Likelihood, I was 8 or 9. Doesn't matter though. We all know what I'm talking about. So, you guys get your error, you get your action that you need, and then you put it into status quo convention, E. It does not matter what happened. Status quo is that this is bad. Do not ask questions. Do not ask how it occurred. Do not ask how we coordinated to make it happen. Do not ask how we caused it. Do not ask whose fault it was. Just know this and put it into status quo convention, and that justifies us continuing to do this to him. Did this nigga just make sense of Satan? Did he just say Satan is catching all the people that pretend that they don't know what they're doing? Did he just fucking say that Satan actually has God's trust and that's why he's responsible for hell? Did he just make sense of all that? Oh, Buck. Oh, shit.